Virgo Sun and Rising. Welcome to your February 2023 Astro Update. It's Raina here. So, when the Sun is in Aquarius, this is the area that you inhabit in astrology. The sixth house. This is where the Sun is transiting through when any planets are in the sign of Aquarius. Now, I say that when in fact, sometimes we have more than one sign in a house. But just looking at it in terms of the whole house system, um, let's just take it from that standpoint. So the thing is that even though we're talking about Aquarius, it's something that when these transits go through that sixth house, you are resonant with that type of energy. So you are able to capitalize on whatever that is going on there because of this. February is the last full month of Saturn in your sixth house. And, I think that it is cause for celebration because Saturn is definitely a very strict influence. And in the sixth house, which can involve health, for some people, they may have been burdened by health matters, or at the very least, they had to be on their best behavior because of potential challenges to their health. Also, employment might have been a bit sparse for some people. You may have had a lot of difficulty finding employment for whatever reason that was on the external level. You could say that there is a cosmic reason for it. And that's where people, I think, get a little bit confused because they say, oh my God, I can't do this. I couldn't get work, blah, blah, blah. And the truth is that even if that is the case, it doesn't mean that the person is experiencing something bad, because Saturn wants to discipline people. So perhaps a person had to have their options limited so that they would focus on what their soul's destiny was in this lifetime. But some people are very stubborn, and if they feel like they are being thwarted, they can sometimes double down and, cluelessly, not realize that this is being done for their highest good. And it's almost like rebelling against that and then missing the lesson that it's providing them. So, in any case, I said all of that to say that Saturn is going into Pisces, your opposite sign, uh, on the 7th of March. So you might feel that things are easing up, although now what will happen is if you're in a relationship, that area of life will be under the microscope. So some people might say from the frying pan into the fire, but that's just kind of joking about it. So the sun in your sixth house, that can be good for health issues, really honoring yourself, and this includes the sixth house can be the workplace. So honoring yourself in the workplace. Maybe you need to put your foot down. Maybe you need, and for some people, they need to leave a job because it's not serving them. For some people, it could be that they need to get a job, and that this is going to be that focus of getting a job in February. On the 5th, there's a full moon at 16 degrees of Leo, and this falls in your 12th house, Virgo. This is a very mystical area. So for Virgo people, you might not know quite what to make of this. If you're somebody who prides yourself on being really practical and really into things on a physical level, you may say, what the heck is going on here? The 12th house can be past lives, it can be the dream state. You might have a prophetic dream that makes you think about the meaning of life, and that's a good thing. Um, this is opposing the house that you rule, the sixth house, which is about the day to day grind and, how you order time, your schedule, um, the service that you offer others as work. So that has its place since we reside, in a physical, on a physical plane. So we need to have that aspect of life, but we also need the spiritual because that is really who we are at the end of the day. And so maybe you have been thinking about this and something comes up for you. You have a spiritual download. I don't know, but um, it can be great for letting go of a bad habit or some kind of self defeating pattern. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Aquarius, into that sixth house. You may be talking to an employer. Um, Maybe this is salary negotiation or interviewing for work that you're doing, but it's definitely something of a practical nature. It could be like creating a new schedule for yourself or a new diet, researching these things as well. On the 18th, the sun goes into Pisces. And so now we're getting into the relationship issues. Because a couple of days later, you have a new moon here, and that can indicate someone who is starting a new type of committed partnership. Maybe it's somebody who has wed. I always admire people who get married in the winter. And anyway, this is preparing for Saturn to enter this area as well. Um, and on the same day, Venus goes into Aries. So for Virgo people, this is this happens to be the 8th house. That's a spiritual house as well. That's Scorpio's domain. So another water house like the 12th house. And this is the area of the occult, the area of, metaphysics in general, but it's also shared resources. So Venus rules the second house, the opposite house of the money that you make. So there could be some money that is coming to you from outer sources, from a gift, or maybe it's a loan. It could be from a partner. Maybe if you're coupled, maybe your partner is getting a raise, um, whatever it is. And that can even be, if there's any kind of love happening in your life, that could be like soulmate material, Venus in the 8th house. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I am promoting my double readings called my deep dive readings, an hour of natal chart interpretation, an hour of transits for a special price. I have the moon in Virgo, so for what that's worth, that might resonate with you. And I have another package deal called the whole enchilada if you like the tarot, full-length tarot reading, and a natal chart interpretation, or if you prefer transits, just specify that. Otherwise, I do the natal chart kind of by default. And so you can find out more information about those readings and the other readings I offer at the link below. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.